So 19 has a storied history, and here to give that story, we have Glenn Holland. Glenn likes to call himself the resident 19 historian, so we'll let him show off his skills.
Some big shoes to fill. I'm playing this all out there with me. I think they put me 6th in this lineup, so statistically half of you folks are asleep. Going well so far. Statistically half of you folks are asleep by now, so I'll try to make this good. Now, good evening, town of Sugarcreek, friends, colleagues, and distinguished guests. My name is Glenn Holland. I am a part-time tour guide at the Age of Steam Roundhouse Museum, and I have the honor and privilege of speaking to you tonight as the vessel through which history may flow. We are here tonight to celebrate a birthday, 2 if you think about it. April 9th, today, is the day that we celebrate the birthday of not any of our employees, but the 19. 111 years ago, in April 1915, this locomotive was completed by the Baldwin Locomotive Works near Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as their 42,000th locomotive by serial number. If you think I'm wrong, look at that red circle. You might imagine the 42,000th of anything to be a momentous occasion. It wasn't. This engine was built to a standardized set of designs for an out-of-the-way logging railroad in Arkansas, so at first there was nothing special about the engine standing behind me, not at first. Well built and good at its job, originally numbered 4, the locomotive traveled down to Arkansas after its completion and settled in for a fairly short career of logging operations in the Ouachita Mountains. After a few years in Arkansas and having been converted to burn oil, the locomotive moved to a new home in Mexico, northeast of the capital city. Then known as Number 105, our story does get a little more interesting from here. After arriving at its 3rd home on the McLeod River Railroad in 1923, their shop crews allegedly found bullet damage from front to back on this locomotive. Unsubstantiated claims began to circulate about this locomotive's involvement in the Mexican Revolution, which earned it the nickname of Poncho. We can thank the McLeod, its 3rd owner, for at least 2 things. The first is the modernization of the locomotive to what is essentially its modern appearance through numerous upgrades. And the second is its final renumbering to 19, a number it has carried ever since. 19 had a good home there in Northern California. 30 years on the McLeod later, in 1953, the 19 moved again, but not as far this time. The nearby Wairika Western was looking for a stronger, more powerful locomotive and purchased the 19 and placed it immediately into service. 1954 saw one Willis Kyle purchase the railroad, which continued to turn a profit even as a pivotal change was taking place across the United States. The 1950s saw the arrival of diesel-electric locomotives onto many railroads. At first, a supplement for steam locomotives, then a replacement. 19 was not spared in this change, but nor was it exterminated. 19 is a survivor. 19 was placed into standby or semi-retirement in 1958, and it was brought out on a few occasions for special excursions, including some rail fan trips in 1964. And it was around this time that the Blue Goose name began to stick with the 19. The wayward locomotive would eventually find its 5th home in Cottage Grove, Oregon in 1970 through a lease to the Oregon Pacific and Eastern. After a season of excursion trains, the 58-year-old locomotive landed its first role as a Hollywood actor. The 1973 film Emperor of the North features 19 from start to finish, along with veteran tough guy actors Lee Marvin and Ernest Borgnine. After a few more years of excursion trains, Hollywood once again found 19 for a role in Stand By Me for the train dodge scene, not the bridge scene. 19 did return home to Northern California to the Wairika Western in 1988, operating into the 21st century and remaining there until 2016. After being embroiled in some legal trouble, the 19 was eventually put up for auction and sold in October of 2016. This is where Jerry Jacobson and his Age of Steam Roundhouse Museum enter our story. Jerry won the bid with the $400,000 mark, shipping not included, and the 19 was soon after loaded onto a flat car and traveled to its new home here in Sugarcreek, just down the line that way, arriving here in June of 2017. Shortly thereafter, work began to restore the 19 to operating condition, with a full rebuild and inspection and test runs beginning in November of 2025. That brings us finally to this very moment. A lot can happen in 111 years. With this incredible history in the front of our minds, we now find a new appreciation for the day of April 9th. And now we celebrate April 9th for another reason, the rebirth. Whether you know it as Poncho, McLeod River, Wairika Western, Oregon Pacific and Eastern, Shack's Train, the Blue Goose, or by anything else, 19 stands as a testament to both American engineering and perseverance. I've told you about its life across North America. Some back of the napkin math tells me that this engine likely has more service years behind it than any of the other 24 steam locomotives in the collection at the Age of Steam Roundhouse Museum. And now, thanks to our excellent and talented team in the back shop led by Tim, 19 has many more service years still to come. Now, to conclude, this might be the only chance I ever get to do this with such an audience, so bear with me for just a moment.
Oh.
It's windy. Just imagine the candles. To the 19 born this day in 1915, reborn today in 2026. Thank you.